We are back with another video. In today's video, I want to talk about the Minecraft 1.21.5 update, as we have now got quite a few snapshots related to it, and we have got quite a lot of features for the update as well. Now, currently at the time of recording this, it is rumoured that we will be getting more. But once again, that is only rumours, and as far as I can find online, nothing has been confirmed. So first of all, I want to cover the new features and how they update the Minecraft game. And then we're going to be talking about my opinions on the features and if this update is good or bad. Inside of the Badlands, the Savannah and also the Jungle, that does include the variants of the biome as well. You can now find new variants of chickens, new variants of cows, and new variants of pig. So that means when you're exploring these biomes, the textures you find for the animals here are different. Now, the mobs work exactly the same. The only difference for the mobs is the chicken will lay a different type of egg. And that is the brown egg. When it lays this works exactly like the normal egg. It can be used inside of cake recipes. The only difference with this is when you throw it, it has a chance to spawn the warm variant of the chicken rather than the normal one. And this is within any biome, not just hot biomes. And then inside of the following biomes, old growth pine taiga, the old growth spruce taiga, the taiga, the snowy taiga, the windswept hills, windswept gravelly hills, and the windswept forest, you'll be able to find new variants for once again the chicken, the cow, and also the pig. Which you can see once again the variants right here. Once again, they work exactly the same. The only difference with them is the chicken will lay a new variant of egg. And this new variant is the blue egg. Once again, working exactly the same as the normal egg. The only difference is when you throw it, it will only have a chance to spawn the cold variant. And this once again doesn't matter about the biome. Now, along with this, Minecraft have added a lot of new vegetation blocks to the game. They have added leaf litter, which spawns within the forest biome, the dark oak forest biome, and also the wooded badlands biome. And the leaf litter is just a new block that goes on the ground, basically acting as fallen leaves. It works exactly the same as the pink petals. As well as that, inside a forest, you'll be able to find this new bush block, and it works pretty much just like grass with some unique farming uses. But once again, it's just to add a little bit more to the biome when you are walking through the biome inside a survival mode. It makes the biome feel a little bit different rather than always the same thing. Now, this bush block can spawn in the following biomes: plains, windswept hills, windswept gravelly hills, windswept forest, the river, the frozen river, the forest, the birch forest, the old growth birch forest. Now, the next feature we are going to cover is with the firefly bush. This is a new bush block once again that spawns within swamp biomes and also river biomes. And the block looks like this. Now, of a night time, this will emit the firefly particle. It's just a new ambient particle that you can use to decorate your world, or once again change up what the world looks like while you're exploring of a night time. Now, another two biomes that have had some changes to them is the desert and the badlands. The desert and the badlands have had two new plant types, and this is the short dry grass and the tall dry grass. And once again, they have just been scattered around the biome to make it feel a little bit more alive. Now, as well as the new grass types inside the desert, Minecraft have also added cactus flowers. Once again, these spawn inside the desert biomes and also badlands biomes. Now, the final new vegetation-like block in this update currently is the wildflowers. These spawn inside of the birch forest and also the old growth birch forest. And once again, this is what they look like. They work the same as the pink petals, where they can be placed 1 to 4 on a block. And they do also spawn in the meadows biome as well as the birch forest. Once again, just making the biome feel a little bit more alive with differences rather than just always being the same thing. So that is all the vegetation-like blocks currently within the update. Minecraft have also made some changes to leaf particles, where all of the leaves inside of the game will now emit particles, kinda like how cherry blossom and the pale oak works. And that is all of the leaf particles which I just showed in the background. Now, the next new feature in this update is ambient sound effects, which are played when certain conditions in the world are met. Now, these are most common when you're walking around a desert or badlands biome, because these are the ones with the main sound effects. And as you can see in the subtitles, sandy sounds, and also now and again the dry sounds, and also the windy sounds. Now, that is the main features within this update. There are more, but I just wanted to cover the main ones which introduce new things. Now, let's quickly talk about my opinions on the update and why I think the update is pretty good. Let's just quickly get it over and done with. Why I don't think this update is the best update ever. And that is because it only counters for certain Minecraft playstyles. For example, we don't have any new redstone blocks, and although some of the new features could be used within redstone, there isn't really any new block like the crafter or the target block. So redstone players are kinda limited. And once again, although you could probably use the new flowers and things like that inside of redstone, there isn't any block dedicated for redstone players. And once again, I do quickly just want to mention, this update, as far as we know, isn't complete yet, so we could still see some of the things I mentioned in this video. The next thing that I think this update obviously needs, it's only focused on people who like building or exploration. It's not really focused on PvP, PvE, or anything like that. But I do have an argument why this could be the case, because obviously the 1.21 update, the Tricky Trials update, was heavily focused on PvP or PvE, with obviously the mace being added, the trial chambers, the breeze, the bogged, and this could be Minecraft's way of stepping back from that. Now, yes, you could argue that the Tricky Trials update did also complement builders because of obviously copper and tough, but this update obviously is focusing very strictly on certain playstyles, that once again being builders and also explorers. So if you are more into the Minecraft redstone or more into Minecraft PvE or PvP, then this update don't really have much for you. And although Minecraft have been pretty good in the past with keeping every update focused on every Minecraft playstyle, I think this update is good that it doesn't focus on every playstyle. With obviously the creaking, that focused quite heavily on PvE, and I know you could argue the bundles focused on exploration, but this update is one that you couldn't really squeeze many PvE or PvP categories into it. You could squeeze some redstone related things in, and I guess you could also squeeze maybe more zombie variants to encounter in the biomes, more skeleton variants, maybe some creeper variants. But I think Minecraft with this update are focusing more on the passive side of exploring. Everything I mentioned in this part is my opinion, and I could be totally wrong, or you could disagree. Now let me quickly talk about why I like this update. Although I am not a builder, these new features that they have added with the wildflowers, the leaf litters, the bush blocks, the cactus flowers, as well as the firefly bush, they just make building so much easier because they add little things that you can add to your builds to make it feel more alive rather than just adding the old casual dead bushes, flowers, grass, leaves. You can now decorate with new things to add different storytelling to your build. For example, if you use the dry grass, it could sense that your build has been left for quite some time with no rain or no water. If you use the leaf litter, it could say that your build has maybe been dried out. If you use the new bush or wildflowers, it could say that your build is newer with more updated features. So these new features do make building a lot easier. Now, as for exploration, I really do like this update for that reason, and I'm one of the people who like to explore within Minecraft. And just exploring this desert biome right now with just the new flowers and now and again the occasional pink flower on the cactus makes the desert feel a lot more alive. Same with exploring forests with the falling leaf particles and the leaf litters on the ground. I also do love the new ambient sounds. First of all, I love that they've added them to biomes. So when you're exploring the biomes, you have wind blowing in the background and also sand sounding like it's blowing around in the desert. But I do also love that you can move these ambient features to your bases if you would like, because if you are building maybe some kind of desert build, you might want the wind or the sand ambient sounds at that base, which obviously Minecraft have made possible. There are also other ambient sounds within the game, like the firefly bush. This will now and again play a firefly sound effect, as well as the firefly particle. If we quickly just set the time to night, you can obviously use these fireflies in your base to make it feel a bit more alive, rather than just using spore blossoms, which are a slimy green. And you can also hear it now and again, we have the firefly buzzes sound effect, which, yeah, there we go, you can hear it right there, which once again makes it feel like there's grasshoppers or living insects around your build. And then last but not least, what I like about this update is there's more mob variants, so exploring the world is not going to be the same mobs every single time. If you're exploring a hot biome, you're not going to see a cow and go, okay, it's the same cow I just saw in the plains biome. Now, it's a shame there's only 3 variants, one for hot, one for temperate, and one for cold. It would have been cool if maybe the Badlands had a different variant than the jungles, and maybe the forests had a different variant than the birch forests, but honestly, that can be done with data packs and resource packs if it's something you would really like. And as for someone who likes collecting things within the game, this adds to the mob collection, because there are now 6 new variants of mob you have to take back to your base or wherever you want. And it does also bring farms to life a little bit more, because when you're building farms or barns or even enclosures for your farm animals, you can now make them fit a little bit better or have multiple for each variant. And that is it for this video. Now, once again, this update is quite high in my list of top tier updates. There are some things Minecraft could have done better, and once again, they could still do. But how I see it, every update could be better in some way. And this update is very top tier already. But once again, there are some things missing, like certain playstyles. But once again, Minecraft have been very good at keeping up with every playstyle in updates. For example, Tricky Trials. They added building blocks for the trial chamber with tuff and copper. They added the PvP aspect with a mace. They added the PvE aspect with the, obviously, trial chamber. They did also add the crafter for redstone players. So Minecraft are very good, and I think they're just taking a step back with this update and only focusing on a few playstyles rather than every single one. But once again, this is just my opinion, and yours could be totally different. Let me know what you guys think of this update in general now we have seen a lot of the features. And hopefully we do still see more, but once again, that is just rumor at this point. Anyway, if you enjoyed, do like and subscribe, and I guess I'll see you guys in another one very soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.